Hello, welcome, and namaste, everybody. We welcome you all in our family reunion and weekly follow up of SIP Module 2 Holistic Human Health. We have our near and dear Dr. Sundaraj Bhaiya with us. So let's welcome Sundar Bhaiya and let's begin the proceeding. Ji, Sundar Bhaiya, namaste. Welcome.
Namaste, Parikshit Bhaiya. Am I audible?
Yes, Bhaiya, very much audible. Welcome. Over to you.
Because right now I'm in the city, but I'm just sitting in my car and doing it. So if there is any disturbance, please let me know.
Sure, Bhaiya. Ji.
I'll share my PPT. While I'm sharing the PPT, if anyone is having any questions, they can ask me.
Ji, so dear course, do you have any questions? Kindly raise hand to interact with Dr. Sundaraj Bhaiya. Welcome. All of you have the mic. If you like to interact, may unmute and interact.
So somehow it is not allowing me to share my screen or share the PPT also. I'm doing it from a tab, so I'm just not familiar with the settings. I'll start sharing a whiteboard. So this whiteboard is visible, right?
Yes, Bhaiya, whiteboard is visible and your voice is also visible. Ji.
Great, great. So today I would like to share some quite interesting things. Um, I would also like to share something which I am doing right now as a New Year resolution, and it will be very interesting. And if you have any doubts regarding this thing which I am doing, so you can always ask questions. So first thing I would like to share is the one thing which I am doing right now. That is called milk therapy. This was told in Ayurvedic text called Yoga Ratnakara. This is also called a Rasayana therapy. There are so many rasayana therapies in Ayurveda, and rasayanam yat jara vyadinasanam. Yat jara vyadhinasanam. Rasayana treatment is something which will stop and reverse aging and also prevents diseases. So there are so many rasayana therapies. There are some, wonderful therapies, like one is Kayakalpa Chikitsa. Kayakalpa Chikitsa. It's a very interesting therapy which was described in Rasayana chapter of Charaka Samhita. Kayakalpa Chikitsa is a therapy which will reverse the aging process. You'll become young after uh, undergoing this therapy. I'll speak in detail about this therapy after I complete the details about milk therapy, which I am taking right now. This milk therapy, as I've told you, it was told in this Yoga Ratnakara, and I have started it from 31st of December. So today is my 13th day. Today is my 13th day. So what is milk therapy? Milk therapy is a therapy where you take only milk as food, nothing else. Only milk for breakfast, for lunch, and for dinner, and even snacks. Nothing else. Only milk. And especially cow milk. That too, only Indian milk, Indian cow milk. So now you will ask, why such a hardship? Breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, everything is milk, nothing else, no other food items. No. So, what is the context? Why it was told in Yoga Ratnakara? Why is it used as a therapy? What is the advantage of this? This I would like to uh, share with you people, because I am doing it right now. If you have any, you don't eat anything else. Yes, Rashika Shukla ji, I don't eat anything else. I just drink milk, nothing else. Today is my 13th day, and I will be doing it for 48 days. This is the duration prescribed in Ayurveda. 48 days, only milk, nothing else. So, what is the advantage of doing this therapy for 48 days, you might ask? So, let me tell you. The first thing is, I don't crave for anything. I mean, like, you don't really feel hungry. Whenever I feel hunger, I just drink milk. So, just before the session, I took half liter of milk. Now I'm comfortably speaking with you people. In fact, in the past 13 days, the entire month of January is completely hectic for me. Like, we have started, we did this, what we call Ayurveda Yoga Shikshana Saptaha, 2nd to 8th of January. We did this workshop, and the whole session was completely jam packed with sessions. The workshop, morning 4 o'clock, we wake those people up and we give Panchagavya, then yoga, then Ayurveda, Pratakala Sharya, then I know Nishkama Karma, then Dhanvantari, Hamana, and Agnihotra, then Ayurveda classes, then Ayurveda practicals, then Sanskrit classes, then Bhagavad Gita Parayana, again yoga classes, again evening UHV classes. So it was jam packed, and I was able to participate in the entire. In fact, I have conducted the whole workshop without any difficulty while I was drinking only milk, without any difficulty. Now, I'll tell you why this was prescribed in Ayurveda. So primary reason is regeneration. I told you it is a rasayana therapy. It is rasayana therapy. It regenerates your body cells. Each and every cell gets regenerated. Lot of repair work happens. So all the body cells get regenerated. So that is the advantage of rasayana therapy. So in this milk therapy, they say that each and every cell, each and every body cell will get regenerated. Yeah, Satyaranjan Janaji, you have a question?
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir. Sir,
Good evening.
you are talking about the breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, all are meal. What is the quantity actually?
Yeah, I'm taking around 2.5 liters right now. 2.5 liters. Normally, people who are more hungry, they will take around 3 liters also. Some women, they can't take, some women, they take 2 liters. So we'll ask them to take minimum 2 liters, maximum 3 liters. If they are too hungry, maybe 3.5 liters also. But till now, in my experience, none of my patients took more than 3 liters. 3 liters is the maximum. And
And
we have been doing this therapy from past more than 15 years. So I have experience in performing this therapy for more than 15 years for my patients. So of course, this therapy itself is, yeah, Rashika Shuklaji, milk is plain without sugar, no preservatives, no Bornvita, no Horlicks, no nothing. But for some patients who say that we can't drink absolutely only milk, we need to mix something, otherwise we can't do this therapy. So for them, we advise, uh, you can mix, if the smell of the milk is a problem, you can mix this cardamom, elaichi, to make the smell palatable. Otherwise, if they feel like it's not tasty or they want something sweet to be added, we advise mishri or khanda sharkara. Mishri is a bit crude form of sugar without any chemicals, not the refined sugar or burra sugar. We can take this and mix it in the milk and drink. But I strongly advise my patients to take only milk and nothing else. Yes, Vinod Gupta ji, whole day
thank you.
I'm drinking only. Yeah, yeah. Yes. So whole day I'm drinking only milk and performing all my activities without any difficulty and without any need for more nutrients or something like that. Now I want to assure you that in Ayurveda, milk is considered to be whole diet, wholesome diet. So all the nutrients you need, you will get. Now you might have heard of something like human beings cannot digest milk. There is an enzyme missing in the human beings, adult human beings. Who, that's the reason why drinking milk is not at all useful. You don't have to drink milk. So if that is true, then my patients who are already having so many diseases, serious diseases, they are doing this therapy. If they can't digest milk, then how will they survive for 48 days? So this is a big question mark. Of course, human beings can digest milk, and that is, I am the example. My patients are the living examples. They did this therapy for 48 days without any difficulty. Quantity of milk is separate for breakfast, lunch, dinner. Can this be done by anyone and everyone? Yes. So normally during the breakfast time, I take half liter of milk. Lunchtime, almost 750 ml, quarterly, 750 ml of milk. And then during the dinner time, I take half liter. Then in between, I drink 3-4 times, 1/4 liter like that. One glass of milk, one glass of milk. So it is I divide the thing like that. I will judiciously drink milk during these 3 times: breakfast, lunch, dinner. Once in the morning, I'm taking at around 8 o'clock, and afternoon some 12 o'clock like that. Evening 6 o'clock or 6:30, I'm taking. And in between also, sometimes my wife gives me milk, sometimes she gives me hot water. So I drink that. So anyone and everyone can do this. We did this therapy for people, a young boy who is 16 years old, and we also did to a patient who is 75 years old, and we did this therapy for more than 100 people in between this 16 to 75 age group with various serious health conditions like kidney failure, avascular necrosis, psoriasis, the severe degeneration in the spine, you know, obesity. So people with different diseases, they were able to do this therapy. A healthy person will also be able to do this therapy. I am a healthy person. I don't have any health issues. And still, I'm doing it. Uh, there are some health benefits like white hair turns into black. White hair turns to black. So this is one reference. There are so many other references. I just wanted to experiment with this. I just wanted to see if my white hair turns black. So there is a special thing which we have to do along with milk. That is putting nasal drops for especially for white hair. They have suggested nimbathaila or neem oil. Neem oil. So if you put four drops in each nostril early in the morning before bath in each nostril. So that is one thing which you can do. Um, I have to take another page. I'll take another page. Mm. Drink boiled cow milk. Yeah. So yes, boiled cow milk you can drink. Always boiled cow milk. There are persons who are on milk only and defined as dudha dhari. Gupta ji says. Yes, I know some people who take only milk in the morning and evening, and they are living very comfortably. They are yogis. They do this regularly. So I'm just wondering how to take another page. So, or maybe I'll stop the sharing and I'll again take whiteboard. Yeah, now I got a new board. Now I would like to tell you about the experiences. If I take milk for 48 days and nothing else, 48 days, only milk. first first 7 days are very crucial. First 7 days, it will be like you crave for food, craving will be there, and then some people who have a sensitive gut, they might have some loose motions also because milk is laxative. So they might experience loose motions. And mm, apart from that, there'll be no weakness, but maybe to emotionally they are not having food, they might feel weak. This is not real weakness because uh, my workshop started on second, and that was the third day I was doing milk therapy. And even on that day, morning and evening, 1.5 hour session, 1.5 hour session yoga, I was participating in it without any difficulty. So you will not become weak, that is for sure. And imagine we are doing this therapy for kidney failure patients. Kidney failure patients, we are doing this every 2 days or 3 days. The entire blood from the body is taken out and sent into a machine, purified, and again kept back into the body. So even such patients take this milk therapy. Even on the day of the dialysis, also they drink only milk. They don't take anything else. So such a great therapy, no problem at all. And in fact, doctors suggest don't drink milk if you have a kidney failure. But we give only milk as diet for kidney failure patients. So now you can imagine how effective this therapy is. And recently we are facing, can milk cause constipation? Generally, no, because milk is actually a laxative. But after some time, you will have this. Initially, it will be liquidy motion, then soft motion, then it is a regular hard motion only. Rarely, some people have complained constipation. We asked him to drink hot water. Yes, Vinod Gupta ji. Yes, in cities also, like I don't know about other cities. I have little knowledge about cities like Visakhapatnam, Vijayawada, Hyderabad, Bangalore. Other cities I am not very well aware of. So there are some really good dairies where they procure milk from only, not procure, they are having all the uh, nice Indian cows, healthy Indian cows. They feed only organic food and they sell the milk for around 100 rupees to 110, 120 rupees per liter. And in Vishakhapatnam, where I live, there is a dairy called Swadeshi Dairy where there are 600 cows, and they home deliver this fresh milk every day to all the people. So there are, or you can, nowadays many people are doing, growing cattle, particularly Indian cows, with passion. So maybe you can the fresh Indian cow's milk, pure Indian cow's milk without any chemicals. The milk I am choosing, it is from my own Goshala. So I know that the cow is healthy and I am drinking that milk. In fact, my wife is also, because suddenly two cows have uh, started giving milk apart from the other cows which were giving. We thought we can put this thing into good use. And I have started first. Now my wife, maybe she'll start from day after tomorrow. So both of us will do the therapy. And February 9th, we have our anniversary, wedding anniversary is on February 9th. At that time, both of us will be drinking milk. So we'll celebrate a milk party, nothing else. Okay. So so we are treating a special condition called avascular necrosis. After COVID, these cases have increased like anything. Increased like anything. There is some question in the chat. I live in Agra where reliability is issue. Amul milk is readily available. You have to do some research, Vinod Gupta ji. Go out, go to the outskirts, and speak with farmers who are having these you know Indian cows. Please go and see. We'll definitely get those get somewhere at least some 2 liters or 2.5 liters. So Rashika ji, you said this is for regenerating cells and purifying our body. For example, any does it for 48 days and again on 49th day is consuming grains and wheat. Don't you think the person when on milk shaded weight, then there is possibility of regaining? Yeah. So if it is purely for the purpose of losing weight and nothing else, maybe this is not that good for you. You will definitely lose weight. See, in 13 days, I have lost 5 kilos. Just in 13 days, I lost 5 kilos. So definitely you'll lose at least 10 to 15 kilos. But but if your aim is only to lose weight and nothing else, I'm not sure if this will really help you because this is not just for losing weight, it is for regenerating, rejuvenating, revitalizing each and every cell of your body. So that is the advantage of this therapy. And once you become agile, flexible, bones become strong with this therapy, then you will be able to perform physical activity very nicely, yoga and all. Then you will be able to maintain that diet. Yes, Saxena ji, you have a question?
Sir, the creatinine comes normal by this milk therapy?
See, creatinine comes down.
Okay.
Okay. And
Have-
like it's not like completely kidneys they function normally, but definitely the frequency of the dialysis comes down.
Okay.
Okay.
So you have got some experienced this therapy that creatinine is coming to normal from 4 to 1.5 something. How
Generally,
much?
we do it to patients who are already on dialysis with creatinine more than 10, like that. Okay.
Uh,
So slowly it comes down. No, it's not like it comes back to one, but it slowly comes down. And the need for dialysis, when the creatinine comes down, the doctors themselves will reduce the dialysis. And we have treated such patients. Yes, we have experience.
and sugar and BP patient can use this therapy, milk therapy of.
Yes, yes, any patient,
Okay.
but you have to do it under the guidance of a doctor, not by yourself. You can go to the nearby Ayurveda doctor and take his guidance, or you can contact me if you want
Okay.
to do it on yourself.
Okay.
So this special disease called avascular necrosis, which has increased a lot, incidence has increased a lot after COVID. Previously, also we used to treat. Yeah, I'll write my phone number. You can note it down. It is 9392491036. And my email ID, drsundarrajperumal@gmail.com. So this is our hip bone, the picture I am trying to draw. This is our hip bone. There is a ball and socket joint here. And this is the neck of this. This is called femur. This is our thigh bone actually. So this is the hip joint, and this is the thigh bone. In the neck of the femur, there are so many vessels which carry blood and through the blood nutrients to the head of the femur. And sometimes these blood vessels die, and because of their death, sufficient nutrition will not reach the femur head, and because of that this femur becomes necrotic. Necrotic means it dies. It's like slowly gangrene like thing it forms, and then doctors will say complete hip replacement, total hip replacement, thr, just like total knee replacement they perform. They'll cut it here, they'll cut here, and then they put a artificial hip joint. So this is what they do in avascular necrosis. In such conditions, we perform panchakarma first. First it will be panchakarma, and after panchakarma, we do this eh, milk therapy. Panchakarma will be followed by milk therapy. So we have treated many patients. As I'm speaking with you right now, around 5 patients of mine, they are doing this milk therapy. 5 patients of avascular necrosis right now it's happening. So previously also we have treated many patients with avascular necrosis, but after COVID the incidence has increased. Like we are getting more and more patients of avascular necrosis. So there will be severe pain in the hip joint and they can't walk properly. Their gait gets completely disturbed and that gets corrected. And if you take an MRI after the milk therapy, if the avascular necrosis is in the third stage, it goes to second stage. If it is in second stage, it goes to first stage, like that. There'll be regeneration physically visible, in the MRI also. Like that, in so many degenerative diseases, we are doing this milk therapy, and it's very effective. And the medicines which we give while they are taking only milk, medicines are also very effective. Normally, if they take regular food and medicines along with the food, they'll have a certain effect. You can say the effect while they are taking milk therapy, the effect of the medicine will be 10 times more than what they get when they eat normal food. So after immediately after the panchakarma, whatever follow of medicines are there, we strongly advise them to go for milk therapy and take the medicines along with the milk. So they'll get soon, they'll get well very soon with this milk therapy. So that is another thing. And then um, after 48 days, suddenly 48 days, after that, suddenly we will not go back to normal food. So it will take around 7 days to come back to normal food. So these 7 days slowly will introduce like rice, java, ganji, soup like thing with rice or gehu, and slowly khichdi, pongal, then slowly rice with buttermilk, rice with rasam, and wheat ka dalia, gehu ka dalia, like that. We introduce very simple and very easy to digest foods slowly along with milk, and slowly they'll come back to normal food within 7 days. Means around 55 days. After 55 days, we'll be taking normal food, regular food like breakfast, lunch, dinner. And then we strongly advise all our patients not to have a lot of food, especially lot of carbohydrates. Eating these carbohydrates a lot is becoming a problem. Yes, body needs some form of carbohydrate like rice or wheat or millets or anything like that, but not as much as we are consuming right now. Right now, we are over consuming the carbohydrates, which is causing so many problems, not just obesity, heart problems, and diseases like cancer are also due to the over intake of carbohydrates. So we advise less carbohydrates, more vegetables, more fruits, more nuts, and of course milk products. All these things are very good. So we advise them to take like that. And then after coming back to normal this thing, we advise them strongly for 6 months to practice the pranayama and yogasanas we teach them during the therapy. So we ask them to continue. So this is what we do as a milk therapy. And I will take some questions, and after that, I will go to another important rasayana, which is called Kaya Kalpa Chikitsa. So that is an exciting thing. I will describe about that therapy also. If you got shocked listening to this milk therapy, then you will get shocked much more. You will shocked 10 times more when you listen about this Kaya Kalpa Chikitsa. So any questions regarding this milk therapy? Is Saxena ji? Yes.
सर ये दाल चावल की खिचड़ी लेने से शुगर में कोई प्रॉब्लम आती है क्या?
Yeah, if you are taking dal chawal ki khichdi in a less quantity, that is okay. Okay, but if you are overeating dal chawal, then that will be a problem. Dal is good. It is an essential for the body, and
मूंग
dal
की
chawal combination is actually a very very good combination. Okay,
मूंग की
it's
दाल
very
मूंग की दाल
nutritious.
की जो मूंग की दाल की जो खिचड़ी होती है, व्हाट शुड बी द प्रॉपर कॉम्बिनेशन फॉर द शुगर पेशेंट?
Moong ki dal ki khichdi is very good, but only thing is if you are eating only protein and carbohydrate and no fiber, then it will not at all help you. You have to add many vegetables. If the khichdi is containing so many vegetables, then it is very very good.
Okay. Yeah. But what should be the combination of rice and pulse in the khichdi?
Normally in South India we add one part of 1 glass of moong dal and 2 glasses of rice. Some
Okay.
people add equal quantity rice and moong dal.
Okay. And this ratio is good for sugar patient.
See, like for sugar patient, as I've told you, it's not you need not worry about the ratio. You have to worry whether there is uh, enough fiber in the food or not, which
Okay.
will give nourishment to the healthy bacteria which is there in your gut. That itself will solve most of the problems, including sugar, heart problems, obesity. If your gut bacteria is healthy, if you have healthy gut bacteria, if you are giving more and more rice, unhealthy bacteria will grow and healthy bacteria will stop growing.
So, what is the process to grow the healthy bacteria?
To feed it, give what it likes. Healthy bacteria likes fiber. It feeds on fiber. So if you are taking more vegetables and unpolished rice or less polished rice and whole food, whole grains, whole vegetables as they are available in the nature without processing them. If you are not processing, if you are not eating maida, if you are not eating over polished rice, so that fiber will be food for the healthy bacteria, and bacteria when it eats it's the fiber, it produces some really useful chemicals in your gut which will heal so many problems. They can become your doctor and they can correct the disturbances. They can set your mood right. Gut is called a second brain. So when you say gut feeling, actually you are saying right thing. You have a gut feeling. There is gut is thinking, understanding, trying to interact, and also gut is interacting with your brain, first brain, through the vagus nerve. So so gut is also a second brain. So if your gut is healthy, you will be stress free. If your gut is not healthy, you will have so much of stress, anxiety, tension, irritation, fear, worry. All those things will happen if your gut is not healthy.
Wheat can be also taken as a whole grain.
Wheat, like now, see, previously wheat, even if they make atta, they used to make it a coarse powder, not so fine like we get the Ashirvad atta and all those things which you get right now. So fine, almost like maida. But
Yeah.
when you are not removing the maida and you are keeping the fiber and making the atta coarse, or you are taking wheat rava and you're making some rice, dishes like upma or something like that along with some vegetables, then it is retaining the fiber.
No, I'm asking, please. No, wheat can as a whole grain. It can be taken by
Yeah,
boiling.
you can boil and if it is palatable, you can take, no problem at all. You can
Okay.
make khichdi out of it.
No, no, what will the result? Result is good for the taking the wheat
Yes,
as a whole
result
grain.
is good. Result is good.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Yes. Only problem is with the fine atta flour. That is the problem.
It means dalia is better.
Dalia is very good. Dalia is very, very good.
The fiber content are available in it.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Okay, sir.
And Rashika ji?
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Sir, I have a question.
Yes.
Sir, my question is that I genuinely don't remember. Like it's been years that I haven't drank milk, and
Oh,
so the problem is like my, I have never drink tea also, and
okay.
I genuinely hate milk. But when you
Okay.
were telling ये joints का जो ये issue है, sir,
Uh-huh.
like I am into a very young age. Like my age is 26 right now,
Okay. Okay.
but my I have a I have 5'8" height and my weight is 82, 83 approx, right? And
Okay.
I
Okay.
have gained weight right now. So,
Okay.
sometimes at point I feel like there is a pain on my knees or on my slip disc. So
Yes.
certain issues I keep on facing.
Yes.
And the another part is that this is, I believe that this disease is now in a trend that is hormonal disbalance.
Yes. Yes.
Aajkal, which has been found out in many of the women's, and I am also suffering with that.
Yes.
So like if I genuinely try this, so मतलब you said that कि joints का issue भी मतलब खत्म हो जाता है इससे, तो क्या
Yes.
ये हार्मोनल डिसबैलेंस का भी जो प्रॉब्लम है, जो हमारे
Yes.
हार्मोन्स
Yes.
में भी प्रॉब्लम
Yes.
है, विल
Even
दैट
the
बी
harm,
सॉर्टेड आउट?
even the hormonal imbalance will get corrected. We did it with patients with PCOD, endometriosis, and
राइट.
other hormonal issues. So we have found like really good results with this therapy. And of course, for some people with severe problem, we also gave a proper detoxification called Vamana and Virechana.
ओके.
So just before the milk therapy, Vamana is the first Panchakarma, Virechana is the second Panchakarma. So we gave both just before this milk therapy.
Okay. So since I'm connected with the content of UHV, so like this was my commitment to myself that I would be focusing more on nurturing my body this time. And
Hmm.
from this 1st of January, I have started taking a diet. But what I have observed is, sir, because last year also I have gone through this dieting procedure, and I am not saying anything bad about the doctor or the nutritionist, but I felt this thing that they were giving me some diets which were calorie deficit, and they were controlling my appetite and everything. For the time being, I reduced the weight, but again
Hmm.
I am back to the same situation of PCOD and this hormonal disbalance, suffering with the joint pain. And I believe like my parents and everybody is so much worried about me, although I have a good height, so it doesn't seem bad on my
Yes, yes.
personality.
5'8" is a good height. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, but sir, I believe I personally go through the pain, and there are certain mood swings and this stress, and there are certain complexities which are going on inside my body, you know. So
Yeah.
I believe that what would be this alternative or a possible solution where I can detoxify my body and maintain a good health sort of thing.
Where are you
So
staying?
this, hmm.
Where are you staying?
Sir, I stay in Kanpur, sir.
Oh, you stay in Kanpur.
Yes, sir. So you're
Okay.
from there only?
No, no, I'm not from there. Like I came so many times to meet Ganesh. I stayed there in Kanpur.
So please, whenever you come here next time, then please do let me know, sir. Parikshit
Yeah,
Bhaiya is
sure.
in touch with me. You can possibly tell him, then we can meet up.
Definitely. Rashika, na? Okay.
Yeah, yeah, sir,
So,
Rashika.
see, I strongly advise Vamana, Virechana, and also Nasya. There is a fourth Panchakarma. So,
Okay.
please take all these three from a local Panchakarma. I believe that some Panchakarma therapy centers have come up in Kanpur. So, if you can get these three things done there, they
Hmm.
will definitely help you. And after that, I strongly
Hmm.
advise regularly practice yoga, at least Surya
Okay.
Namaskaras and Pranayama. That will take care of everything. You will not regain
Hmm.
weight after Vamana Vireshna Nasya. You do, even if you don't do milk therapy, also you can. And if you are in Kanpur, you can just ask a milk, cow of milk from Ganeshji.
Hmm.
They
Hmm.
have this, farm in Bitur. You can ask Abhishek.
Hmm.
And if you want to do the milk therapy, that Kanpur is the best place to have milk therapy.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
I'll for sure
Um,
try this, sir. I'll for sure try this because I have, met number of dietitians, number of nutritionists, but shed the weight during that period of time, and then again I regain back, and then for the time being it happens, and then again. So it was my promise to myself that this year completely I'll, stay into a clean diet. But sir, that is why I was asking you, like, how you're maintaining it. It's such a big tapas what you're doing it for 48
It's
days,
not, it's
you
not,
know.
it's not. Definitely not a tapas. As I've told you, it's not
Yeah.
me. There's so many patients with so much of discomfort, pain, problems. They did this therapy without
Hmm.
getting the craving of food. Of course, I gave some proper motivation and all, but still, they were able to do it for 48 days without any problem at all. So I don't think it is very difficult. Only my only concern is like, you said you hate milk genuinely. So how will you do it? Maybe you can start with 1 glass of milk in the morning and evening, and
Yeah,
see for
I'll
few
do it
days.
from tomorrow only, sir. I'll start it from tomorrow only. And I like that idea which you shared of cardamom and, putting a mishri into that.
Yes, yes.
And sir, can we put certain nuts like this almond or walnut, or it's not permitted?
During that milk therapy,
Yeah, I'm asking that.
um, no, like
No,
no need of all those things. It's like pure milk.
just a bit of cardamom
Yeah.
and this
Cardamom is
mishri.
there because is a digestive, no problem at all. And mystery
Okay.
is like some glucose. That's okay. No problem.
Okay, so whenever I'll feel hungry or something,
Mm-hmm.
so
Mm-hmm.
I'll just have that a sip of glass of milk in that duration.
Yes, that's all. That's all.
Okay.
Keep a flask with you. That's all.
Yeah, I'll do it, sir.
And if you want to start,
Yeah.
if you want to start,
Hmm.
one thing we tell patients who started without doing the panchakarma, from Navareshna and Nasya, if they want to start, like
Hmm.
I started without doing the panchakarma right now. So what I
Hmm.
did was I took a tablet called Abhayadi Modak.
Okay.
Abhayadi Modak is a purgative.
Okay.
Okay. So on day one, they take Abhayadi Modak 2 tablets at 11 p.m. Um, 2 tablets, 11 p.m. And early morning, they'll have some 3 to 4 loose motions.
Okay.
And whole day, we'll ask them to drink only soup. Ganji, we say, rice ganji. And from the next, that is day two. Then day three, they'll start milk.
Okay. So, sir, this Abhay Adi Modak is available in any
This is how
Ayurvedic.
we do it. But if you are seriously starting, you just give me a call. I'll give you additional information and all. I'll clear your doubts. Okay.
Sure, 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 sir.
But if you have a possibility to start with Virechna and Nasya and then start milk therapy, it will be much more useful. All your complaints like hormonal imbalance, PCOD, and degeneration in the knees and lower back, all these things will disappear.
Yeah.
All the very best.
Thank you so much, sir. I'll just get in touch with you for the same, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Sure. Lipika Mitraji.
Yes, sir. Would you like to tell me about, little bit about how does this work? Like,
This therapy,
yeah.
how this milk therapy is working, and how it is useful in regeneration.
Yes.
Yeah. See, there are so many therapies in Ayurveda where there was no research. People who do this therapy are very few, and people who do research on this therapy are actually zero. So I can't explain you scientifically how this therapy will work, but in an Ayurvedic way, I can tell you that the three doshas they get balanced with this thing, and whatever ama or the toxins, endotoxins, free radicals inside the body, they just get kicked out of the body during this milk therapy. When there are no free radicals, there will be no cell death unnaturally, and when there are no free radicals, there will be no aging process will slow down. We age because of these free radicals. Just like an iron rod kept outside becomes rusted, similar to that. The same thing happens, oxidation happens inside our body, and that will be slowed down or sometimes reversed with the help of this milk therapy, according to Ayurveda. So, so Ayurveda speaks about the balancing the three doshas that happens with this milk therapy, and also They say that, like, each and every cell has got a fixed lifespan, and it takes birth, performs its functions, and it dies. And it happens to every one of us. Even if you are a 90-year-old, 95-year-old person, still your body will make new cells every day, every single day, every single moment. Many cells will die and many cells will take birth. It happens. While you are growing before 20 years, this growing, the cell production part is more and cell death is less. And in 40s, 50s, it is almost equal. Cell death and cell production is equal. And after 50, slowly the cell death increases and cell production decreases, but still it happens until we die. This is always happening. And every day new cells are getting produced inside our body. So that is the reason why Ayurveda strongly believes that regeneration is possible, because some cell will die and new cell will be produced by the body. But but now you might ask, if that is the case, if every cell is taking birth and dying and new cells are getting produced, if it is happening continuously, now I take an X-ray or MRI of my knee, and it X-ray says it is severely degenerated. All the cartilage is gone. Then after 3 months, if I take the X-ray again, then I should see the fresh cartilage getting produced, fresh bone. But that is not the case. If after 1 year, if you take, it's further degenerated. Why is it? So imagine I have a house, and I have a nice house, and after 50 years, government wants me to, you know, demolish the house because it became old. And if there is a new technology with which I can replace each and every brick of this house, and if I replace the old brick with a super strong brick, then I have a super strong new house in the same shape. But what if I replace the same old brick with another old brick? Then I get an old house. Similarly, if your cell here is dying and the body is producing a similar cell which is weak, not at all healthy, then the same old weak joint will get produced again and again. So we are interfering at this part. So we are helping the body to produce new cells which are very, very healthy and strong. So that is what this milk therapy does. So how it is doing, what is happening at the level of the cell, what is happening at the level of DNA, what is happening at the level of gene, further research is needed. But the evidence of people performing this therapy from so many years, thousands of years, in fact, is there. So many doctors in all over India, they are doing this therapy for their patients, and it's working. And many people, in fact, why I'm able to do this therapy for so many people is, like, the patient's relatives, they see that the patient who was a patient earlier, he becomes much younger, healthy, lean, fit. So they also want to do this therapy. There was one patient with avascular necrosis long back, and he took this milk therapy once, and we took his MRI, and his avascular necrosis disappeared. And around 20 of his patients, his relatives, came to me, took my guidance, and started milk therapy, because after this therapy, he became much smarter, lean, and fit and strong. Previously, used to walk with a limp. Now he's like very, very fit. So then people started doing it just by looking at him. So many of the relatives of the patient, friends of the patient, they come to me and ask me for guidance. So it's so good. I'm doing it for the second time in my life. Once I did long back, and while I was doing this therapy, Achna Didi, wife of Ganesh Bagaria sir, was there at our house. She was in our house for 2-3 months, and while she was at my home, I did this therapy, and she was like appreciated like a lot of. How many times in a year this milk therapy is required for normal person? No, 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 no. Maybe once a year is more than enough. Once a year. Like I did only 2 times in my life. This is the second time I'm doing. My sister did it more than 4 times. 4 times or 5 times, I don't remember exactly. My wife did it twice. Now she is going to do a third time. So you don't need it so many times in a year. Maybe once in a year, if you can do it, it's great. So lot of research. There is one special therapy called Vasti, in which we send a special medicine called there are so many medicines which we send through the anal route. We send the medicine through the anal route, and normally we do it for 8 days or 16 days or 28 days. Yoga Vasti, Kala Vasti, and Karma Vasti. But in Ayurveda, there is a reference that you can do this 28 days Vasti every month. Give 2 days of rest, again do 28 days of Vasti. Like that, if you do it for um, 1 year, 1 year, you will get power equal to 1,000 elephants. So that is a reference. But we never did this thing till now. So then one patient came with a special disease called Hunter's syndrome, Hunter's disease, where it is a genetic disorder. A gene is missing, and because of that, an enzyme is not getting produced in the body. And generally, children they get this since birth, and usually they die before 5 years. So we got a patient who already underwent two bone marrow replacement therapies along with chemotherapies uh, by the time he reached 3.5 years. And we did this Vasti for 1 year continuously for him because the parents agreed and we could do it. And he became absolutely normal. And now he's going to the school. And in fact, the disease got reversed. So, but in my lifetime, I did for one patient for not 1 year. This patient took Vasti for around 20 months, 21 months. So we need more and more patients who are willing to experiment. Like I was going to tell you about this special therapy called Kayakalpa Chikitsa, where you go into there is a special cottage built for Kayakalpa Chikitsa. You have to stay in the cottage for 1 year and you come out 20 years younger, 30 years younger, with all your hair coming back, teeth coming back, vision restored to normal. Okay, skin absolutely normal skin. And we have doctors who are practicing this. I know a doctor personally who is practicing this. I know patients who underwent therapy from that doctor. So if you want to go and visit, this one doctor is in Ottapalam near Kerala. I can give you the address, and if you send me a mail, I can give you the details. And I will speak about this therapy in the next session because almost time is up. So next therapy, I will speak entirely about this session, this particular therapy in the next session, and also other things, other rasayana therapies which you can do easily, not so difficult like this milk therapy, not so difficult like that Kaikalpa Chikitsa, but rasayana therapies which you can do regularly at your home. And there are some very simple therapies. Um, just like you can regularly take honey, ghee, and uh, milk every day in a special combination, which I will tell you with the reference next week. And they say that if you do this regularly, you will live 100 years without any ailment. Like that, there are so many references. I know patients who are experimenting on these things. I can help you people also. So these are all some really interesting and exciting concepts, not just in a conceptual way, but also practically. We did so many experiments and we got really good results. So I would like to share all those things with you people. So stay tuned. If you have any questions, we can take maybe 1 or 2 questions and then we'll close the session. You're welcome, Rashika ji. Huh. See, hypothyroidism actually gets benefited. Patients with hypothyroidism get benefited with this milk therapy. I have most of the patients who come with obesity, particularly women, they have hypothyroidism, PCOD, and other hormonal imbalances. They get benefited with this hypothyroidism. Hypothyroidism gets better, and for some people, we even um, helped them stop the medicine for thyroid. This thing I have not tried in hyperthyroidism, but definitely hypothyroidism. Yes.
Sir, next time you please suggest some simple experiment and simple therapy so we can do easily at our home to
Yes.
get benefits.
Sure. Definitely will help you.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
And Hemant is asking, what is the best time to have milk, morning or evening? Night time is the best time to have milk. So bedtime, 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock, like that, you can have milk. That is the best time. Otherwise, you can give a gap of 2 hours. 2 hours from before breakfast or after breakfast, you can have milk. But the best time is bedtime, according to Ayurveda. Curd is the best time to have. Dahi is in the morning time. Curd, morning you can in the breakfast if you can have curd, it's good. Buttermilk in the afternoon, and night milk is the best thing.
Sir, how much gap should we take in to take milk after dinner?
After dinner, at least 1.5 hour. Just before sleeping, you can take milk.
Not just after the dinner, it should not be
No,
taken.
not immediately after dinner. No.
At least after 30 minutes.
Yeah, okay. 30 minutes is not bad, but
Okay.
better at least 1 hour.
Okay, sir.
Hot
Thank
milk. Hot milk is always good, Ramji. Hot
you. Okay.
milk.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Parikshit Bhaiya. Shall we close the session?
Thank you, Sundaraj Bhaiya, and thank you all the course brother. It's certainly an enriching experience for all of us, and we like to have more such discussions. So we'll meet again for more such discussion and exploration next
Parikshit
Friday.
Bhaiya, I am Suren Saxena. I get the link at the WhatsApp group, and I
Bhaiya. Sure.
and I joined. And the same link is also coming on the Hindi UHB session, morning session also.
भैया मॉर्निंग सेशन का मेल में जाता है, आपको मेल चेक करना होगा।
तो मेल नहीं आ रहा सर।
ठीक, मैं चेक करता हूँ जी।
ओके
And
सर।
Parikshit Bhaiya, please add me also to the WhatsApp group.
श्योर भैया जी। ओके, थैंक यू एवरीबॉडी। नमस्ते
Thank you, Rajesh ji.
Namaste, Bhaiya.
नमस्ते।
Namaste.